Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Gamertag Radio with your hosts, Danny Peña, Paris Lily, and Peter Toledo.
All right, welcome to Gamertag Radio, episode 1343. This is your host, Danny Peña, and also joining me, the whole Gamertag Radio crew. We have Paris Lily, or AKA Cecil Robinson. What's up, Paris?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, man. Good morning. And also joining us from all the way from Europe, we have Peter. Peter Taylor, what's up, Pete?
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
Everything is good, man. Everything is good. How's everything with you guys, man? Summer's coming up. Summer Game Fest. It's like in a couple weeks. Are you guys prepared to watch all the show, the press conference, or just maybe just attending that? Say, well, Pete can't attend. Pete just probably going to be watching from home.
I choose not to. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, okay. All right. No stress for you. No stress for you. Paris, what's up, Matt? You ready for Summer Game Fest coming up in a couple weeks or what?
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing everybody in LA. Over those few days should be a lot of fun. I mean, our schedules are freaking chaos. So, but we'll do it. we'll get through it. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. My schedule is looking crazy. Saturday and Sunday are the ones that's like nuts. Monday I could maybe play around a little bit, but that's like a maybe. But you know how it is, super last minute appointments. But I'm excited to see everybody though. That's gonna be exciting. So everyone, thank you for watching the show live. And for those who are watching on the studio, Riverside, shout out to you guys. For those who are watching through Riverside, you can call us during the show, send us some questions, be part of the conversation, and we'll go from there. So. Also, head over to gamertagradio.com, post your comments and feedback. If you guys would like to be part of our family discussion, here's how you could contact us.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
Yo, shout out to Paris with a serious face. I put it on. He's like, yeah, whatever, man.
Cecil doesn't dance.
Cecil doesn't dance, man. Cecil is very serious. Nah, man. He doesn't play. Doesn't play at all, man. Yeah. But, man. So,
I'm just nervous.
Cecil, are you always nervous?
Well, I'm nervous to meet you guys at Summer Game Fest. The showcase I opened. You have no idea. I was holding back. So I was like, oh my God, they're going to know it's me. Yeah. I was just laughing the whole time.
It's all good. It's all good.
By the way, side story. So the other day, I live out here in beautiful Temecula, California. That's not a secret. I go to the store. I was going to go pick up some food. I'm raggedy. I got on raggedy gym tank top. I'm in flip flops, half ashy, the whole thing. I didn't care. I'm going in. I'm going to come out. I walk in and the girl says my name to pick up the order. And these two people go, Paris? Oh my God. Oh, we watch you on Kind of Funny. The Game Tagger, like they knew who I was and like wanted to take I'm like, I was obviously grateful. Hey, I love that, meeting people and all that stuff, but I was so raggedy and they wanted to take a picture. And I'm like, really? I want to take a picture? Just looking all raggedy. So I took a picture anyways. But in my head the whole time, I was like, oh my God, please don't post this online.
I hope they post that.
I know hilarious. You do.
I hope they post that online. Please post it online. Tag Paris.
I can imagine Paris saying, "Can you give me a minute? I just need to go to the car real quick and get some lotion."
Hold on. Let me shave and let me freshen up. Oh man.
Let me get ready. By the way, that's cool, man. That's cool that you got to see people around your area, man. So yeah, make sure to tag him, post it, and share it to the world.
No. Hashtag too ashy.
No, they were super nice though. It was cool. It's cool. Like when I go to Best Buy out here, there's a dude that works at Best Buy every time I go in there. He knows me. Yeah. Because he watches all the stuff. But it's just funny. Like I'm in like my hood. I'm like in my immediate neighborhood. I've never had someone in my immediate neighborhood know that I do this stuff. So that was weird. But
it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
So good. By the way, we have a call. We have a caller, and I'm gonna Let him in here so he could.
Already?
No, of course.
He's
been waiting for a while. Shout out to him, but he's been waiting for a while. But
we know it's not Cecil.
This
relates to our conversation that we're gonna have in a few seconds, actually. So I'm gonna, because he sent us in advance what it is. So I'm gonna let him in, and we'll go from there. He actually called, I think, last time before Cecil. Let's put him in.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you doing?
Hey, good morning. Hey, thank you for calling. All the way from Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
I still remember, man. So what is your question?
So I saw the Hellblade 2 review on Kinda Funny, and there was something that really stuck with me. And it was talking about what is really at win from Edbots. Because some people have a lot of mixed reaction to that game. So what is a win actually at this point for Edbots?
All right, awesome. Well, thank you. We're going to be answering the question right about now. Thanks for calling, man. Shout out to mi gente allá en Puerto Rico, man. All right?
Thank you.
All right, Paris. Your thoughts, man. I know you were part of that.
Why do you go to me? Why do you go to me?
You were
Answer his question.
I wasn't there. But
answer his question.
Yeah. Look, I'll say this. I didn't agree with half of the group. I didn't agree with it. With you guys.
Which half? Put your name on it. Put names on it. Yeah.
And Blessing. Both of you guys, I don't agree. There you go. No, but I think it's important to have different conversation about, like, when you review a game and stuff like that. And it's fine. I don't have an issue or anything. Like, I was just joking. But honestly, like, I think here's the thing. I think it's gotten to the point where you can't say anything about a game if it's good or bad, because people are just going to get so toxic, and they're just going to grab that conversation and turn it into like a console war nonsense. Personally, for me, I think Hellblade 2 is an amazing game. It's the best looking game that I've ever seen in my life, period. Been playing on PC, tried it out a little bit for console.
Why don't you say you played it on ultra wide? Because you damn sure post enough pictures letting everybody know you played it on ultra wide.
Yeah, ultra wide. Just for Paris, ultra wide screen, because Paris doesn't have that at home.
Brought to you by Samsung.
First of all, I bought that. Samsung didn't give me that. Yeah. But honestly, like, I think here's a couple of things that I noticed that the conversation was going around. One is, the game is short. First of all, it took me like maybe 8 hours and 30 minutes. There you go. For me to pass that game. I personally think I don't care if the game is short or long. I'm more about, like, the experience. When I have a great time. And also, as a new parent, I don't have time to be playing, a game that has like 100 hours and all this stuff. Like, if a game is 3 hours long, 4 hours, whatever, that amount, it's still a game. It's still something that people are going to enjoy. There's a crowd out there that just love those type of games that's short, So, and look, I enjoy the game the whole time. I don't have an issue with the mechanics of the game, the fighting mechanics, all that stuff. I know people probably have mixed reaction about that, but overall, the game has been getting great reviews. So I don't know why people are turning it into like a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing I wanted to say, Paris, because I know you were part of that conversation and you were going back and forth with a lot of people online. I saw you on social.
You notice again.
Here it goes. Why he can't say that?
Why you always got to pull me into it? Just say what you got to say. Leave me the F out of it. How about that?
Paris, you were part of that conversation. It was important to bring that up. That's all. All right, Pete, you want to say anything? Cecil doesn't want to say anything about it, but go ahead. Go ahead, please.
I think people who were complaining that this game is 6 hours long-ish, right? Because it's 6 to 8 hours, whatever.
Yeah.
Where was this complaint when the first game came out and it was about that same time frame of gameplay? Yeah, it was the first iteration and it was new and it was an amazing game then. But where was that hate and vitriol? Where was that energy when the first game came out?
100%. And why that was a win and the one now is not a win? You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, look, again, reviews are subjective to the person giving them. Everybody's going to have a different opinion. Everybody has different internal metrics for how they review a game. Some people will put more credence on the visuals. Some people will put more credence on the writing. Some people put more credence on audio and production and direction, etc. I think there's nobody that's going to, you're never going to get a consensus on a lot of things. I don't know how much Microsoft owning Ninja Theory altered or changed or could have made the game better, made the game worse. I don't know if that is even a thing. I remember my conversation with Dom when the first one came out, before the first one came out at E3. Check it out, Gamertag Radio. I don't remember the episode number though. But it was highly anticipated. Ninja Theory had, it was basically their first game. And it came out, rousing success, critically acclaimed, everybody loved it. Now that it's 6 years since the last one? Did it really progress, or did it really jump leaps and bounds like it should have? I think from a visual fidelity perspective, using, was it Unity 5 or whatever? Changed it. I mean, obviously. Unreal 5. Or Unreal. I don't know why I always confuse Unity and Unreal 5 for some reason. But yeah, Unreal 5. Looks phenomenal, right? Looks and plays amazing. I do wish that on PC I could go more than 63 frames per second. I'm fortunate and blessed enough to be able to have a 4090 on my machine, and I wish I could have taken full advantage of it. I saw that, Paris.
Why don't you say you got an ultra one?
I mean, I do, right?
He does have a.
I do.
We part of the club. Part of the same club, man.
Join the party, Paris.
I know, right?
I don't want to.
You're just a hater. You're a hater. That's why.
But I wish I could have taken more advantage of the hardware, and I don't know if that's a limitation. I don't know if that's something I get awake. And trust me, I did check Nexus mods to see if there was an opportunity to improve it. There are about 5 or 6 mods out there now that can do things, improving some of the lighting, whatever. I just wish I had, excuse me, Ninja Theory's choking on me here. I wish I would have I wish I could have taken more advantage of the hardware. Yeah, funny. I wish I could have taken more advantage of the hardware to make it look better already than it looks. Gameplay, fun, little plotting at times. I do wish they could have given maybe a little more. I wish that the action wasn't always 1v1. I wish they could have made the fighting sequences a little bit more, multi-target honed. And yes, this probably would have changed the aspect of the game, but I do think that holds it back, especially in 2024 with as many games as we've had under everybody's belt. I think limiting Senua's focus to always one character was a mistake. My personal opinion.
Okay. And I agree about the multi-combat thing. It would have been dope. Yeah. Paris, you want to say anything? Or no?
I mean, I feel like I've talked about this a lot over the past week, so I don't want to just repeat myself other than to say that I personally enjoyed the game. I'm glad that I played it in a vacuum before I knew I didn't even know what you thought, Danny, while I was playing it. Really, the only person, here's my little humble brag, I guess. The only person I was really talking to was Gene Park, because we were playing at the same time. We're kind of going back and forth, but I mean, I enjoyed it. When I put that review up on my YouTube channel, that was before I knew what anybody else thought of the game. So that was just my genuine, me playing it thought, right? And ironically enough, a lot of my critiques were the critiques that most people had. I wish they had improved the combat somewhat. I thought the puzzles were a little too easy. I wish they had a little more challenge in some of the puzzles. The visuals are just true next gen on Unreal 5. It is like you already said, Danny, it is arguably the best looking game I've ever seen, for what they were able to accomplish with it. the way that I've framed this is an audio experience first that is enhanced by the visuals. That's the way I look at this. I just went through Senua's Sacrifice before I played Senua's Saga. So I had the first game fresh in my head. And if you're playing back to back, you can clearly see the progression of improvement that they did to the second game. Was it enough to satisfy everybody? Clearly it wasn't, because we see how divisive the reviews have been. But that's okay. Referencing back to the kind of funny review that we did, you know, with Mike, Greg, Blessing, and myself, I kind of knew how Greg was going to feel ahead of time, just because I knew how he felt about the first game, because we had reviewed it. Blessing, I did not know until the day of. And when I saw his tweet, and I go, oh boy, here we go. Mike was actually higher on it than I was, because I think I said it was like an 8 out of 10. He said it was a 9 out of 10. But what a lot of people are talking about was Mike pushing back on Greg and asking the question about what is a win for Xbox, and why are we asking Ninja Theory, excuse me, Jesus, Ninja Theory. Why are we asking Ninja Theory, an 80-person studio, to now be held to the level of a big AAA 300, 500 person studio, right? Mm-hmm. In this sense, Xbox never said this was the savior game. When they originally acquired Ninja Theory, there was no expectation for them to, this is going to save Xbox. None of that. But what I think happened was, and I've said this a lot over the past few years, it was the first game that you saw for the next generation of Xbox. And I think that did set a certain expectation for certain people of how was Ninja Theory going to advance this game. At the end of the day, Ninja Theory is they're essentially on the same level of a Double Fine. Just as an example off the top of my head, you were never expecting Psychonauts 2 to all of a sudden be freaking Mario Odyssey. We never had that expectation, but Psychonauts 2, for what it was one of the best games of 2021. No one denies that. And everyone agreed, them being acquired, because hell, Tim Schafer told you himself, them being acquired by Xbox gave them the resources and the time they needed to make Psychonauts 2 better than it would have been if it would have stayed a Kickstarter indie game. That is a fact, because he told you that. I personally think the same applies to Hellblade 2. They were clearly given plenty of time to make the game. I mean, when Dom was on, when we did the interview, said they didn't even have a game when we first saw it in 2019. We know Unreal 5 didn't really become a thing to start developing on until I think late 2021, 2022. So, and I'm not using that as an excuse, but they were given plenty of time. They were given the resources. Look at the advancements that they made in motion capture, just all of that. The original Senua Sacrifice, is it Melina? I never say her name right. It's not Melina. It's, anyways, Senua, the actress. Yeah, it's not Melina, but if you look at it, it says Melina, but that's not how you pronounce it. But anyways, they did her performance work in an office room. It wasn't this elaborate motion capture studio or anything. So going from that to where we are now with Hellblade 2, I've already said it. If she does not win Performance of the Year in December, it's rigged. Hey, I'm Trump now. It's rigged. It's all rigged. No, but that's how good she had to do so much heavy lifting with her performance, right? And I contend the story is about psychosis. She is suffering from psychosis. Again, because people got on me, said I was spoiling stuff, even though I didn't think I was. I will just simply say I played through it twice, because by the end, I was not convinced any of this happened. I think it all was in her head. I still kind of think that, right? A lot of it was in her head. That's the beauty of this game. And again, it does not have to be for everyone. Not everyone has to like it. That's fine. But I'm happy that this game exists. And that's kind of the point, that this is more of a narrative driven game, an audio experience versus trying to be God of War. Doesn't need to be God of War. Never was. So people that was thinking this was going to be some God of War epic AAA title. No, of course you're going to be let down on that. But I'm glad it exists. Clearly, Xbox did not try to promote this as some big AAA $70 game. It was all digital. It was $50. Seemed right to me. Like I said, 8 out of 10 for me. it is worth playing. This is again why I hate review score. I hate putting numbers on stuff. I recommend playing it. I say if anybody is curious about it, absolutely go play it. I think it is worth your time. And that's really should be the barometer for any game. Is it worth your time? Yes. This game is worth your time. Is it perfect? No. But what game is?
Yeah. So. And also it's on Game Pass. So, you could try it out through there too.
See, I even tried to leave the Game Pass stuff out of it because that shouldn't be being serious, because that shouldn't be a barometer for why you would want to pick up this game and play it. And look, if you got Game Pass, of course, that's a great perk. But that you shouldn't go, well, it's on Game Pass. That's the only reason I'd play it. No, even if you didn't have Game Pass, I think you should play this game. Sure.
I'm just giving people options. That's all. But I'll buy this game. It was $50 only.
I'm surprised you don't recommend people to go get a 4090 and an ultra wide. Why don't you do that too?
Hey, join the club.
Because I notice. See, I'm being salty right now. I notice every time Danny has to talk about a game, every time he posts about a game, he's like, "Hey, look, it's an ultra wide." Every time.
You know what I'm playing right now?
And probably Hades 2 or something.
33 Immortals.
See? I saw that one. Ooh, look at me. I got the beta code. I'm playing 33 Immortals. I don't have a code. They didn't give me nothing.
That's not my problem. Play it. That's not my problem. By the way, we have another caller. We're gonna have
this is a troll call. I missed a troll call. Look. Can I say this before you bring them on?
Yeah.
I want someone to come on that don't like Hellblade 2. I would love to have the conversation.
I would love that too. If somebody's watching, please give us a call. I want to hear why they disagree, why they don't like it. Yeah. And if they have a ultra widescreen, hey, join, let's talk about it. All right. We have another caller here. Let's go.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Luke, what's up?
What's up,
Luke? Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
I am in North Carolina.
Awesome. What's your question?
What's that? Yeah, no, just south of Raleigh. I grew up in Raleigh. I'm in Fayetteville. I grew up in Raleigh.
I'm just being an a-hole. Sorry.
It's all good. So what's your question?
My question has to do with Gears of War and what it is you guys are excited to see from Gears of War, if that does indeed make an appearance. And right now there's no confirmed anything. I'm excited because having just seen the amazing, I really enjoyed Hellblade. I got to play it in a vacuum as well, and I think that allowed a better perspective for what these boxes and the engine can do. And we're seeing reports that other games are transferring into Unreal Engine 5. And I think when you hear about the Coalition, when you think about their pedigree with Unreal Engine, that opens up a lot of doors. And so I'm excited to, I guess the surface question is, what is it you're hoping to see from Gears if Gears does indeed make an appearance? Moreover, does Hellblade open your eyes or other people's eyes to what Unreal Engine 5 truly might be?
No, thanks for the question, man. We're going to definitely answer that. But thanks, man.
There you go, guys. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know what? I think, in my opinion, I think I would like to see, short tease. I think it's going to be a long way before we're going to get to see Gears, unless it's ready for prime time next year, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I think show us, what the team's been working on now for the past couple of years, and also on the Unreal Engine. We got a sneak peek with Hellblade. I think this will be a great time to show us what other things they could do with that engine. And just show us a little bit about more of the story, and then in the future we'll get to see more like the gameplay, multiplayer, etc., stuff like that. So I remember the last time they showed the game, I think was E3. It wasn't E3. Was it E3 2018? I think it was. Was it E3 2018? I can't remember. But they only show the story during the presentation. When we got to see the game, actual multiplayer, it was when we got hands on. That was the first time, and a lot of people were nervous, hey, why they haven't showed the multiplayer and this and that, So we'll see. We'll see what happens on the next time. But I think now, as an announcement, that will be more of the story. Then in the future, we'll get to see gameplay. So any of you guys want to answer that question?
I mean, it would be cool, I guess, tugging on heartstrings and whatnot for another iteration of Gears. And I think I may have said this a few shows ago, but do we really need one right now? Xbox might need one, But I don't know if I don't know if Gears has started hitting that franchise fatigue tag yet. I would like to see the use of Unreal 5 more. I mean, considering it's been 4 years since Hellblade 2, was essentially in development, because that's when they cut the Unreal Engine 4 and they said we're going to start it over again with Unreal 5. So knowing that now you've got a game that looks like that with 4 years of development, I'm sure as games start to iterate more and use Unreal Engine 5, we're gonna start seeing games that are truly next gen, oddly enough, at the tail end of a lot of these hardware refreshes, right? As we start, tapering off into potential next gen PS6, Xbox One plus X2, whatever it's going to be called. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on whether I need a Gears in my life.
Okay. It's been over 4 years, P. I think it was at 2019.
I'm just saying, I don't know if it's, and maybe it's just me personally. Yeah, I'm just pushing my thoughts onto the show about, I don't know if I need it.
Were you there at E3 2019? I'm trying to remember if you were there.
Yes, he was there.
I was there.
Okay. Whoa, Paris, what's up with that? The attitude, man. What the heck? I was just, I'm asking Pete, not you, Cecil. Paris, you have any opinions about Gears?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Wow, that was the shortest answer. Because you had a lot of you turned around, you were looking to the side, you were like a little smirk. I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. God forbid I say anything, and Tom Henderson will have a freaking article in Insider Gaming and eyeball emojis on Twitter. I thought you don't like leaks, Paris. What's going on?
I mean, look,
just like he leaked Doom this week, dude. I hate leaks.
That kind of killed it. That kind of killed it, man. Don't do that. Don't do that to us, man. I like to be surprised. I want to go to the press conference and just like, oh wow, I'm surprised, not just, oh yeah, I saw it on Twitter. Like, I don't want to do that. It's weak. It's weak, man. We have another call, and this one is voicemail actually. So I'm gonna play it right now. This is the first one.
Hey, Gamertag Radio. My name's Ryan. I'm calling in from Colorado for the first time. Some old news from last month, March, I think, over at the Game Developer Awards. Composer Yoko Shimomura, she actually won the Lifetime Achievement Award. And as someone who really enjoys music, and actually she was one of my inspirations to start writing music for video games and film, it's just really cool to see someone like that win such a prestigious award. And I was wondering if you guys had any favorite tracks or video games that she's had a part of. My personal favorite, what she inspired me to start writing, was Kingdom Hearts and the track Dearly Beloved. But just a quick question for you guys. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day.
Thank you for calling. Yeah, remember, guys, you guys could give us a call anytime and be part of Fan Mail. Now, that's a great question. I'll tell you from, because there's so many soundtracks that have been coming out throughout the years, and I've been saying this from the get-go. I think my all-time video game soundtrack has to be during the Sega Genesis era. Streets of Rage 1, Streets of Rage 2, and currently I also really, really enjoyed Part 4 that came out a couple of years. I think back in 2020 it came out too. Streets of Rage 4. Really enjoyed that. Other soundtrack that I really like, I don't know if we ever going to see something like that in the future. Something like DJ Hero. Really like that. And the reason why they had like a lot of, DJ mixing tracks from like rock, hip hop, all that stuff, So I'm trying to think if there's any other ones, man. Which I really enjoyed going to the Game Awards 10th anniversary last year. They had different performances. We got to see the performance of like Spider-Man Live from the new Spider-Man. Starfield was also, they got to play there and stuff like that. So yeah, man, I think those are awesome. One thing I would like to see because I know they had concerts. I think it was like last year or so. They had like Final Fantasy from Square Enix. They had it in like an orchestra and all that stuff. So that was pretty cool. Any favorites for you guys? Any of you guys?
I'd probably echo the DJ Hero one. I can still hear. I can still hear that first DJ Shadow track going on. I can still hear the Chemical Brothers track and Daft Punk in my ears. But I mean, outside of the original OST for Halo with Marty O'Donnell, all drama, personal current drama with him aside, that OST is ridiculous. But then most recently, I think it was from last year, Metal Hellsinger. Obviously, it's no surprise. I love heavy metal, rock music, guitars, etc. And so having a game that took one of my favorite music genres and translated it into a rhythm style shooter, I guess you can say, was ridiculous. It's amazing. And you've got groups like, people like Randy Blythe from Lamb of God, you had Arch Enemy in there, Matt Hafey from Trivium, Tatiana from Ginger. It's amazing. If you like metal, it's an absolute must play.
Yeah, and they also had DLC for that too, right, Pete?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yep.
That's dope. That's really, really cool, man. Paris, any favorites?
Not really. I was like, as I was listening to the message, I was scratching my head on what I could point out. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, it's just not my thing. So nothing specific.
Okay, all right. Let's go with the last voicemail. You guys can call in before we wrap up the show. Here it goes.
Hey, what's up, Danny, Paris, Pete, DJ Killzone Jones, on Twitter. First thing, I want to thank you, Danny, for the Hellblade II Senua Saga's collectible coin giveaway. Thank you for that. But I got a question for y'all, man. Now that Sony updated their terms of service, basically stating that with the PS5, all your games are licensed. I mean, I know this is kind of industry standard at the same time, but it's official with this latest PS5 update. And now that you have to log in on PSN with Helldivers 2 on the PC, do you think that Sony is going to charge for PlayStation Plus on the PC for gamers to access their games, or will it just be a case-by-case basis? So shout out to y'all. Been a long-time listener. First time calling in. I'll stay blessed, man. Peace.
Thanks for calling in. Yeah, I don't really see that. Unless you guys disagree with me, Sony's not going to be doing that for PC. I think console and PC is totally different. It's a totally different thing, man. I can't see it. Any of you guys see it too, or no?
So I actually did some digging back on this, and there is proof that they changed their TOS back in May from one day to the next. On May 3rd, I'm looking at a picture of it right now on Reddit, where it says signing in to PSN is optional when playing a PlayStation game on PC. And then literally one day later, they changed it to show some PlayStation games may require you to sign in and link an account to PSN. But with as many game launchers that us on PC all have, right? Whether it's Epic, Ubisoft, Kinect, GOG, etc. One more login. I don't see the absolute. I don't agree, and I don't abide by the whole. It's a bad thing, right? That's just me personally.
But that's more Sony want to show some like numbers increasing, people using the service or being part of the ecosystem. I think that's more of that instead of like, oh, let us charge extra. I don't see it still, man.
No, I don't think it's going to be them charging extra. They've already got your money. You've already paid for the license to play the game. Remember, at the end of the day, all of us as consumers don't own that title. We just own a license to play the game. That's all it is.
Well, Paris, you want to say anything about that, or?
Yeah, I mean, just to the point. I mean, no, they're not going to do that because if you were to start charging for PSN on PC, guess what? PC players won't play PlayStation games on PC, or they're just going to pirate it. It's as simple as that. I mean, they can't do that. Why do you think Xbox can't do it? Remember Games for Windows Live? Remember that whole initiative? They had to go past that because PC players are simply not going to do it. Sure, you can get away with it on console, but you're not going to get away with that on PC. Just not. As far as them having PSN on there as a sign-in, like I did it for Ghost of Tsushima. Wasn't that big of a deal. It took me 2 seconds to do it and link it up. But I do understand, like, it's not being available in all countries is a problem. So it should remain optional. It should not be a mandatory sign-in, or you're just limiting your audience on who can take advantage of it. So we'll see. I'm sure they've definitely got some lessons learned from Helldivers 2 as they went into Ghost of Tsushima, and we'll see what games moving forward.
See, here's the part I just don't get, because right now, especially for this generation, anybody, it's region free, so anybody could just sign in from anywhere. So like when I went to Dominican Republic, and even discussions from other gamers in Latin America, a lot of them, the majority of them, when they sign in, they create an account, but it's like a US account for them to gain games that is available there that's not available in their region. So I mean, I don't see the issue. I mean, please tell me if anybody...
No, but it is an issue because PSN's not available in all regions.
No, I'm not talking about that, Power. I'm talking more of like anybody could just sign in from anywhere and say that they're in the US.
But you can't because what Steam is doing is they're saying the game's not available in that region. So you can't even get the game.
Yeah. But I think that's more PlayStation than Steam, though.
It's Steam.
Yeah.
It's not PlayStation. It's Steam.
No,
Steam's
Paris,
doing it.
The thing is, some of the... No. But hear this. Paris, hear this.
I'm telling you what it is.
Paris, there's some games because of the government, probably some of those games are banned in their region. So Sony is like, hey, we can't have those games available. Steam is just the store. Sony are the ones providing the games at the different regions. It's not Steam. It's more Sony.
What I'm saying is with Helldivers 2, when they were going to enforce PSN, Steam removed Helldivers 2 from the regions that did not have PSN.
After the controversy, though.
Because PSN was not available in those regions. Yes. So it wasn't PlayStation, it was Steam.
I think that's just more PlayStation. But it's okay. It's okay, Paris. It's okay. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. I get what you're saying, but remember, that's more more of the publisher. It's more the publisher, Paris. It's not Steam. Steam did it. Of course, Steam did it, but it was because of Sony. Sony requested that to remove it, man.
They did. They did.
God damn it. You know what?
They did not.
God damn it, yeah. You know what? It's all good.
This is what it's like when you walk in and both your parents are arguing and fighting.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Hey, we agreed to disagree. That's all. You can slam your little headphones and all that stuff. I don't care. I'm not scared. Well, he's looking it up. Look it up, Paris. Say I'm right.
So the reason why it was pulled was because those countries are not eligible for PSN.
And
that's why it was pulled. And think about it. If you really and again, this is based on after everything happened, the sign-in was supposed to be required. They yanked it to accommodate the infrastructure issues because the launch was garbage for 2 weeks or for 2 days. But after that, it was supposed to always be there. Now, if the country is not eligible to qualify because it doesn't meet the criteria, either infrastructure-wise, more than likely pay or credit card-wise, then you can't have PSN there. And if that's the case, it wouldn't be Steam that pulls it, though. It's the inability to sign into PlayStation Network would block your ability to play the game. So it's not technically Steam's issue. It's a PSN issue because you can't sign in from a country. So
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
it
Pete.
bothers me to my core. I have to agree with Danny.
Thank you, Pete. You know, because Paris slamming the headphones and all this stuff, turning it around, he would never give me props. But it's okay. It's okay.
I'm literally reading right now that Steam was the one that removed the games from the countries because they were not eligible. That's all I ever said.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else has a question? Call in. Call. Oh my God.
PlayStation did not go to Gabe and go, Gabe,
take it off.
I need you to remove Helldivers 2 from Bucharest. Didn't happen. Gabe said, remove the goddamn game from Bucharest because PSN is a requirement now and it's not available in that country. That's what happened.
Are we just arguing the same thing?
We are arguing the same thing, but I'm
no. Danny's wrong.
I know I'm right.
Danny's wrong.
I know I'm right.
He wasn't.
Right.
Okay.
I know
it was not PlayStation that day.
Hey. Okay. All right. I blame Paris for all of this.
Next thing you know, he'll go, well, they didn't have an ultra wide, so they removed the game because they didn't have ultra wide.
It was Paris' fault. They removed it from Steam.
Yeah. He's trying to be neutral. That's what it's like. Hey, you know, SCAS, Gamertag Radio, you know, love to PlayStation, but it's all Steam's fault.
What?
I'm messing with you.
What does it mean? Sentence.
It's all good. It's all good. Anybody else anybody else has any questions?
No, nobody's calling in. I want somebody to call in.
I still want somebody to call in and be like, hey, I disagree. I don't like Hellblade 2. I'll tell you why. Anybody could call in and let us know. Because I'm very curious to see why people are. Is it the hours? Is it the gameplay? Is it the graphics? It's not good enough for you? Like, what is it? Like,
are we in the after show?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, I'll answer that in the after show.
Oh, that's what Paris is uncensored during
Paris After Dark.
Paris After Dark. Paris After Dark. I mean, people also could call in the after show too. You know, I mean, they could call in. You know, but all right, but we're gonna wrap it up here because I think the people are too shy to call in during the live recording, but they probably will call during the after show. We'll see. All right, everyone, thank you so much for listening to or watching Gamertag Radio episode 1343. We'll be back next week, right before Summer Game Fest. Actually, I'm going to have a lot of content coming up. During Summer Game Fest, so just be on the lookout for that. Anything else from you guys before we go to the after show? No? All right. Paris? No? All right. So we're going to wrap it up, and we're going to go straight to the after show. Thank you for watching and listening. GTR.
Someone's saying, what's the number? So I guess they need the link.
Wait. Pause. What? I was about to wrap it up.
No. Someone wants to call in. They said, what's the number?
Give them the link. It's not a number. It's the link.
Freaking show. You do it. Thank you. There you go. Someone did it. Pete did it.
That was me, punk.
There you go. Tell me what to do. Putting me to work. You don't pay me enough.
You can't blame it on me.
Yeah, you can't. All right. We're going to wrap it up here. Jesus Christ. Here it goes.
Thanks for listening to Gamertag Radio. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Yeah. Twitter. Or X.